Hi, I'm Ken Resnick, and today, believe me, we are really on the road in the LPWA. But with me is Bambi, and Bambi, this is about as fitting a setting as I could think of, one coming out of Stone Mountain, Georgia. But first question, I want to know, is that smile of yours chiseled on? I don't think I've ever seen you without it.
Well, I'm happy. I'm happy to be here, and it's a beautiful day, and this is my kind of setting because this is where I'm from, the country, and I love it.
You know, Bambi, we kind of call you the country girl, but all kidding aside, you come out of Stone Mountain, Georgia. What was it like growing up in the South?
Well, I love it. The South, the people's friendly, and it's home, you know. Everybody's at home whether you're a stranger or not. And that's where I come from. So when I go out to the arenas, I want everybody to come up and talk to me because I just love meeting people. And, you know, the South is great. I love wrestling down there. I love wrestling all over. But it seems like wrestling at home, you know, all the home folks come out and cheer me on. And it's a great joy.
I don't know if it's your smile or your personality or what, but I noticed a little while ago back behind where we are, there were some animals. And to you, they just kind of come right up and eat right out of your hand.
Well, I love it. You know, I love going to the zoo and all the different animals. And there is some back there. And, you know, it's like home to me because, you know, farm animals, any kind of animals, I just love it. I love getting out and doing things.
You know, it's always been interesting to me, and a question I've always wanted to ask you. You're always so happy-go-lucky, so great with kids, animals, everything. How did you get into professional wrestling? I mean, pro wrestling is a very violent sport.
Well, it's just something I grew up with. As a kid, my dad used to take me to the matches. We used to go every week. And it's just something I always wanted to do ever since I was about 9 years old. I said, I love wrestling, and that's what I want to be. And I was fortunate enough to get into the sport, and that's it.
What kind of goals have you set for yourself here in the LPWA?
Well, I think every athlete's dream is to be a champion. And no matter what kind of sport you're in, you want to be the best at it. And so I want to go out there and just be the best I can be, and hopefully maybe one day that'll be the champion.
She is indeed the country girl, Bambi. On the road, the LPWA. I'm Ken Resnick.
This bout is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Nashville, Tennessee, weighing 132 pounds, CANDI Devine. And her opponent this evening from Stone Mountain, Georgia, weighing 138 pounds, Bambi.
Oh, no, Joe. This, you know, she just likes to make me, she is so inordinately, unusually happy all the time. Bambi is so cheerful that it just
that's the way she looks at life. That's the way they are down in Georgia. She is just enjoying life, and she loves being in the ring and wrestling. She loves being around her fans here in the LPWA. She's one of the most respected and most loved wrestlers in the LPWA. She has every right to be happy. And she has gotten an opportunity to show us against magnificent Mimi that she can hold her own. So therefore...
Well, I'm not interested in whether she holds her own or somebody else's. The point is, she's Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs' favorite wrestler.
That's right.
And she's going to have a Foggy Mountain breakdown here in this match against CANDI Devine, who is also from the South. She's from Nashville, Tennessee.
That's right.
Stereo. Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, USA. So if anything, she should have been the one coming out to the music instead of Bambi.
Well, right now she has got a wrist lock and it uses the hair to pull down. Now the referee didn't see it, but our camera angle showed it. But of course, CANDI Devine denying that she pulled her down by the hair, but we all saw it.
I didn't see it. I'm just being honest with you, Joe. I'm not trying to get on you, Joe.
And there it happens again. She pulls her down. That time, the camera angle didn't show it, but Bambi is claiming once again that she pulled her down by the hair.
We've been too argumentative lately, Joe. We need to be nicer to each other. And I'm just saying, she didn't use the hair. CANDI Devine.
Oh, now that time we saw it just plain as day.
Wait.
And now Bambi says, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Pulls down CANDI Devine, and now one arm drag. There's another arm drag, and she's got Devine down on the mat now. And of course, Devine claiming she pulled her hair.
I saw it.
I did too.
Well, there you go.
What's
Bambi's
good for the goose is good for the gander.
We're not talking about geese or ganders here. We're talking about lady wrestlers. And she pulled CANDI Devine's hair. That's what I'm saying.
Don't deny it. I agree wholeheartedly.
Thank you. I'm glad we agree.
Oh, now stomp right to the face.
Well, CANDI Devine, she's showing that she can more than hold her own. against Bambi. A vicious double chop right to the chest. Takes Bambi down, a sledge across the back. She's continuing the punishment. CANDI Devine, we've seen her before, and she is one tough lady.
Well, she's one of the top lady wrestlers in the world. She wrestles, of course, in Japan. She just got back from a tour of Europe where she was in the finals of a big ladies tournament over in Europe in Austria. And now she has come back to the LPWA, and her first match that we've seen in a while now, she is taking on Bambi. And I think she's out to show us that she is ready to take on. Now, look at this, though. Almost a roll-up, and Bambi almost got the 3 count on that one. I think that one took CANDI by surprise.
I'll tell you, CANDI Devine now on the defensive as Bambi has mounted an attack and goes behind with the rear chin lock. CANDI Devine was telling me about her European tour, very successful. She came up, she told me she spent 2 weeks in Greece. I said, I've been in a little hot water here lately myself. But right now, Bambi is staying on top of her, trying to cut off that flow of oxygen to the brain, which, but a beautiful mare.
Absolutely. Beautiful move by CANDI Devine. I've always said that CANDI is one of the better wrestlers in ladies wrestling. Unfortunately, she uses tactics like that.
Effective tactics.
Well, but she yanked her hair. I mean, she pulled her around by the hair and slammed her head. There's a noggin knocker.
Now let's not talk about noggin knockers on this show. But the match has stayed nip and tuck so far through the whole contest. CANDI Devine and Bambi, with Devine right now maintaining control with her own version of the rear chin lock. And once again, oh my God, she snapped her neck and at the same time brought her over. Bambi fighting to, you know, when Bambi hears these cheers from the crowd, she starts firing up, and that's exactly what seems to be happening. The people are on Bambi's side, but Devine's still on top of the situation.
Well, not right now. Look at that beautiful move. Now it's a matter of strength. Will Bambi have the power to pull her over? She gets her over, but CANDI Devine able to slip out, so she gets out of that pinning situation. But I think she has got Bambi a little bit, well, we said miffed a while ago. I think everybody is miffed today.
Oh, point of the elbow right to the sternum. That should have been investigated by the referee. Count of 2, but Devine powers out. Bambi going back now. A big scoop and a full body slam. Bambi taking it to CANDI Devine. Devine seems to be unable at this point to come out with any kind of offense. Beautiful clothesline.
Now Bambi just got Devine down. This is where she should be going for a pin, and she is. 1, 2, and Devine kicks out right at the 2 count. And now Devine is the one that is in control of the match, throws Bambi in, and now her version of a clothesline.
You got to admire these ladies' cardiovascular conditioning as well.
One more time, CANDI says.
They've been going full tilt through the whole match. She missed it.
Well, she said one more time. She telegraphed that move to Bambi. Bambi knew what was coming, and Bambi as much as said, you know, CANDI, if you tell me what you're going to do, I'm going to counter it. And now, Bambi 3 times, 4 times, 5 times in the head, 6, 7, 8, the crowd counting along 10 times.
Right on the ear, too. Now, Bambi sends her corner to corner, but CANDI reverses it. CANDI's going into the turnbuckles, but she missed it. Wait a minute.
Here it comes. That's it. The Georgia Bulldog right there from Bambi. And that wraps up this one. You can put it away. A 3 count, and the Georgia Bulldog wins it for Bambi over CANDI Devine.
And the winner of the bout, Bambi!
Well, you know, she calls that move the Georgia Bulldog after her favorite football team. And this time it put away one of the top wrestlers in the world in CANDI Devine.